What up, everybody? What up, everybody? Let me get to the spot. Let me get to the spot. Oh, hey, everybody. This is Carlton Hamilton. Again, let me say this back up. This is Plan Your Greatness, and I am your gracious host, Carlton Hamilton. And let's get started. We've got my little friend right here. My little old trophy friend actually is going to be helping us with the microphone. He's holding the microphone while, so we can get a nice, clear presentation here. All right, plan your greatness. We are talking specifically about what do you do when you're waiting on your dream. Okay, so now we're going to assume that you have asked yourself the three questions. And if you have not, you want to maybe go back and watch the video breaking down the three questions. But they are, what do you want? Think big. Why do you want it? There's an emotional attachment to that why. And can you see it in your mind to where you feel that every time you think about it, you're touching it until it actually becomes in physical form? So once you've asked yourself those three questions, you want to now think, okay, so what am I going to do? Now, it's obvious that you need to have some daily behaviors, some plans, some goals, and all the other stuff. And like I've said before, I say dream, and your goals are the accessories. They're the mile markers on your way to the dream. But most of you are probably working for somebody. This is where it becomes important, because if you're out there grinding as an entrepreneur, there's a bit of some steps that you're going to skip. Okay, you're not going to talk specifically about trying to balance your dream, because usually if you're an entrepreneur, you have kind of decided that that's going to be your dream. And that's a whole nother video to talk about how, about going about developing that. But we're going to talk about the people that are working the 6 to 2, 7 to 3, 8 to 4, the 9 to 5 job, where they are giving a bunch of their day to somebody else. All right, Jim Rohn said this best. He said, if you are working hard on your job, you're going to make a living. You're going to be good. You're going to be making a living. But if you work harder on yourself, you'll make a fortune. I thought that was a very powerful statement, because we go back to the initial question. What do you do when you've established the dream? Ask yourself the three questions. The answer to that is you start grinding. You start grinding. And later on, I'm gonna show you, as far as breaking down the day, that how you can really attack your day and look at how you're really attacking your dream. All right. Now, one of the things that I do mention as far as time off, as you are grinding toward what it is that you want, you don't want to burn yourself out. So you do need to incorporate rest, getting away from things. So of the 52 weeks of the year, you do want to take some time out. You don't want to be that person that's just going, because I believe that person has never asked themselves, what do they want? Why do they want it? And can they see it in their mind? They just say, I'm just going to work. I would want to pull somebody out of that mindset. Now, the other person is the starving artist, where I've seen individuals, they've forsaken their hygiene, they've forsaken living space, they've forsaken just the basic necessities of getting themselves through life, and say, well, I'm doing this because I'm grinding in my craft. And then I look at their day and I see the day is spent on nothing. I won't say nothing, but they're doing something, but they're not doing the things that are moving them toward where they want to be. But they've told everybody, hey, I'm going to be this rapper, I'm going to be this writer, I'm going to be this painter, whatever. But they're not spending their time. So that reminds me of when I was an academic advisor at Phoenix College. And I had a really cool office. I had a couch in there, so a lot of athletes would come in, just chill. I had little stuff on the board, quotes and pictures and stuff up. So it was a real good, setting. And I wanted that because I wanted people to come in there and be relaxed, and then just really dig into what they're wanting to try to be. I used to ask this question. I said, after you've decided what you want to be, doctor, lawyer, engineer, whatever it was, marine biologist, nurse, teacher, Once you've made that decision, what you're going to do in your free time, what are you going to do? Oh, and they would tell me, I'm going to go bowl, I'm going to fish, I'm going to hike, I'm going to travel, I'm going to whatever it was. They would give me something that was completely unrelated to what they were doing. Oh, so if you decide to be a lawyer or an engineer, you're not going to go do a bunch of stuff? No, nothing. They would always find something else. So then I told them, I said that if you know that you're not going to be doing your job in your free time, then you must understand that you better be doing something that you're passionate about, a dream in your free time. So let me break down a typical day. Most of y'all that are watching this are having a typical day just like this, okay? You've committed yourself to 10 hours a day. Yeah, 10 hours a day to your job. And that goes like this. Some of you have long commutes, but I'm just rounding it off to give you the solid 10 hours. You have about a 15-minute commute to work every day. Now, once you get to work, you've got this 8-hour block of work time. Now, they give you 9 because in the first 4 hours of the working, they tell you can take a 15-minute break. In the second 8 hours of working, you can take another 15-minute break. You cut that time down the middle, they give you a 1-hour lunch break. Then at the end of the day, you've got a 15-minute commute to go home or longer. So, round numbers, you've given them 10 hours of your day. So now, if you sleep for 8 hours, which most of us don't, but if you sleep for 8 hours, you work for 10 hours that you've committed to your job, that's 18 hours. So now you have 6 hours of your own time, 6 hours of free time to do whatever it is you want to do. Now let's look at this. And let's look at this over the course of a year. Let's say you take 30 minutes a day, 6 days a week to just read. Just, read something. And you can see my library over here. As far as you just grab one of the books and for 30 minutes, boom, you mark it, put it either in the morning or before you go to bed or somewhere 30 minutes a day. All right. So then you take 1 hour to go to the gym. Then you take 1 hour to eat. And say you're modifying it. You want to try to lose a little weight. Okay, see, you got the gym going on. You got this hour of prepping food, and so you've made that commitment. That gives you 2.5 hours to dedicate toward your dream. Now, let's see what those numbers look like over a year. If you read 30 minutes for 6 days a week and you took Sunday off, that's 8,640 minutes, which is 144 hours. Now, the average person takes around 6 to 8 hours to read one book. That means in a year, you will have read 20 books, somewhere in the range of almost 20 books in a year. Now, that's a whole shelf right there. Boom, you just filled up your whole shelf. 20 books. All right. If you took 1 hour, 6 days a week to do your fitness, that's somewhere in the range of 280 to 300 hours of fitness time. How much better would your fitness be if you dedicated just that? That's just it, just 1 hour. And you actually took an off day. All right. And let's say you took those 2.5 hours towards your dream. That's a minimum of 720 hours of grinding. Now, to me, the cutoff is about 500 hours. If you spend 500 hours dedicated to something that you really are trying to improve, you would be massively better. Now, think about it. You will have read. You're going to be smarter. You've read 20 books. You can't help but be smarter. You will have gotten your grind on fitness-wise for almost 300 hours. Think of what your body would look like. And think of, you've taken an hour of your day to really focus on what you're eating. Think of what your body would look like fitness-wise. And you've used 2.5 hours. Let's just say between 2.5 hours. So you're going to be in the range of 500 to 720 hours of time towards your dream. Think about how much closer you would be to your dream, how better a body that you would have, and a better mind that you would have just by doing that. See, most people think that I don't have the time. But while you're waiting on that dream, this is where you are moving yourself every single day a little bit closer. And if you're doing this, you're grinding with the 2.5 hours. You're grinding with the 1 hour of day, and you're grinding with just the 30 minutes of day reading. And you see how, and you got to the gym. So that means you didn't sacrifice anything. You grinded at work, you grinded in the gym, you grinded in the 30 minutes of reading, and you used the rest of that time. You could even take 5 or 10 minutes out of that and meditate, and it doesn't even affect your schedule. And what I'm getting at is that if you do that, you are literally planning your greatness. This is Plan Your Greatness, and I will say this again. Plan your greatness. You know why? Because no one else will. I'll see y'all next time.